I might get stabbed in the back, hey. When I die, I will come back, hey. Ask me why I dress in black, hey. It just represents my soul in the coldness of this world.
What's up guys, it is NinjaDreadX here, and today I'm back with another Pixel Gun 3D video. So in this video I'll be talking about my opinion on whether the homing weapons should return back into Pixel Gun 3D. So I'm pretty sure that all of you guys are probably thinking right now, why would I want the homing weapons back in Pixel Gun 3D? They're so annoying, they're so broken, this is a bad idea, right? Well, if you think that way, I do encourage you to watch the full video so that you can really understand what I'm saying. But let's just get into the video. So, as you guys know, the homing weapons that I'm referring to are the Smart Bullet Bazooka, the Nanobots Rifle, and the Judge. So, these weapons got removed, I think, maybe, I want to say 2 years ago. 2 or 3 years ago, maybe. And, simply because people thought they were very broken and very overpowered. And in my opinion, at the time, I was like, oh yeah, these weapons are terrible, remove them, right? But thinking back now, I feel like having the homing weapons in the game now wouldn't be so bad. So, what's the words to use? To answer a lot of your guys' arguments, one argument is that, no, the weapons are broken, they're annoying, you can't add them back in the game because they're going to ruin the game. Well, in my opinion, I could say the same thing about the destruction system. Or I could say the same thing about the ultimatum. It's really hard to pinpoint one gun or one set of guns that break the entire game, because if you can point out one gun, you can point out the other. So it wouldn't be fair for them to remove the destruction system just because people still spam that weapon. They have heavy spamming, primary spamming, and not to mention the Lance Soul card, yeah, that's being spammed a lot too. So I can argue that all of those weapons are broken. However, just because a weapon is broken doesn't necessarily mean it should be removed. And to say that the homing weapons are too broken and too powerful is a little hypocritical, if you ask me, considering I know a lot of you tend to spam heavy a lot. It's just, I'm not trying to target anybody, but it's just the truth. I mean, you can't say this weapon is broken if you're over here spamming heavy weapons and you think you're a good player. That's just simple. So another argument is they'll break the game and it'll throw the game off balance. Well, I want to argue the opposite and say that the homing weapons will actually balance the game a little bit better. Now, just hear me out, okay? So we all know that no matter what type of playstyle a person has, there's always a way for you to combat that playstyle. For example, one way to really beat a heavy spammer is maybe spamming an OP primary weapon. And another way to beat heavy spamming is gadgets tend to throw off heavy spammers a lot, from what I've noticed. And I can say the same thing about 3-cat spammers. Heavy spammers are a good, if you heavy spam, that's a good method to beat 3-cat spammers. And another way to beat 3-cat spammers is by using weapons that have like a shield. There's this weapon that I'm thinking of, I don't remember, but it basically forms a shield. I don't remember the name of it. But that's a good way to combat 3-cat spam also. And if you're a casual player and you feel like you're not that good, well then you have gadgets for that, and you don't even have to have super overpowered weapons. My point is that there's always a way to win. There's no such thing as I can't win because I play this way and this person plays this way, right? But now I feel like spamming certain weapons is starting to really take over. And I think it's gotten to the point to where people are blaming the weapons rather than blaming the player. And in my opinion, the weapons aren't the problem, you're just going against those types of players. And in my opinion, I feel like people who complain a lot about weapons being so broken and overpowered and being nerfed, I feel like that's very childish. Because in any game you're going to find, you're always going to have troubles when it comes to certain things. We see games like this, we see stuff like this in Call of Duty and Super Smash Brothers. It's just, there's no way to avoid things just being good. And it's just that simple. And these weapons that are expensive, they're not supposed to be as good as the other guns. They're supposed to be better. They're supposed to be broken. That's why they're so expensive. And I guess that's why, okay, yeah, this weapon's broken, but you can't just get it easily. You have to work to get it. So I do think that by implying and adding that work ethic into the game to get these overpowered weapons, it's worth it. I mean, I feel like all games should have weapons that are a little overpowered in order to make the game a little more fun and for you to want to reach an objective, which would be getting those weapons. Now, back to what I was saying. Heavy spamming is starting to become a problem. Actually, spamming in general is starting to become a problem. I'm not talking about 3-cat spam. I'm talking about people who spam one weapon. So the thing that I liked about the homing weapons was that it was a really, really, really easy way to get rid of the heavy spammers, because I mean, the reason why heavy spammers are so powerful is not just because the weapons are broken, it's because they get all up close and personal with you and they overwhelm you into making dumb mistakes in which they kill you very fast. And homing weapons would be a good combat tactic against that because the bullets follow that person. So they can't exactly get very close to you because they know that they are going to get hit because the bullets follow you. So that kind of balances out heavy spamming. And if you want to combat against those people with those homing weapons, like I said, 3-cat spam is an amazing way to do that. And sometimes you can even outrun the homing weapon if you have a fast melee. So I believe that adding the homing weapons back into the game now would be very, very good with balancing the game. But I know some of you guys may have a different opinion. That's why I want to hear what you guys have to say in the comments. But I just want to get my point across and to like really say what I meant and just tell me what you guys think. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will see you guys next time. Peace.